So today is gonna be, well, I actually didn't even, I was totally not intending for this to happen, but I think the one thing that is inevitable to pull off, is, well, do a, shoot, what's it called? Intermission. I actually didn't, I was not intending to do an intermission for this Let's Play at all, but after things, I think, why not? So I'm just kind of going to go through kind of just the things that I've collected over the time and all that. So just throughout the story, throughout everything. So here's the rare family photo. A picture of Mia and Rose. There's something written on the back that says something weird. I'm just kidding. And then treasure map. The fragment of a grubby treasure map. There's a photo of a strange bird. A photo of a bird as blue as the sky. Where was it taken? Bro, that's a blue jay. A photo of a rare animal. A photo of a beast as white as snow. Where was it taken? It's a hog, bro! I'm just kidding. It's a freaking pig! Sit down! Ball mold, which was, actually collected back in, Heisenberg's factory, which was, a holy woe of insanity that happened in the last, couple sets. Yep. A mold for creating a ball using cast iron. And make a cast iron skillet. And hope you season your food with it. A well wheel. A wheel used for bringing up well buckets. Okay, and then we got a crank. A large crank used to turn windmills. You have, the D's key. Diminucray. Or Diminiscrew. I don't even know how to pronounce it. A key decorator with a flower and a swords motif. We have an iron and sigma key and a small worn key. Seems to have been used a lot. A 6-winged unborn key. A key decorator with a 6-wing unborn beam. We have Heisenberg's key, a factory key made out of cast iron. And yeah, it's pretty much key items. And don't really have the treasure items. These are all the items I have. I have a knife. I have this grenade launcher. I have this sniper rifle. I have a shotgun. I have my handgun. And I know I've bought lots of spacing sort of stuff. But who knows how much more I can hold up. I got some bullets. I got a pipe bomb. I got a mine. Got sniper rifle ammo. I have just ammo all over. Look at all that. And I know Ethan says, I gotta go. I know Mother Miranda decided to play like she's wildin'. Oh, and by the way, this is the Duke. He's so fat. Now he's ready to go to my 600-pound life. And he's smoking. Bro. And, I mean, I don't really anticipate this, intermission to be super long, but, like, as long as most of the other intermissions I've done in other Let's Plays, but what the heck. F1F. Whatever it is. Okay, so here's House of Beneviento. I get the weapon. There's Heisenberg's factory. A ceremony site. Oh yeah, there's Heisenberg's factory. East Old Town, there's all these little areas. I know there have been areas that I have pretty much unexplored. I do believe a revisit is probably inevitable at this point, but what the heck. And then here's the drowned house. Moreau, or Moreau, whatever you want to call him. There's Louisa's house where, West Old Town, there's Louisa's house where all the crap happened. And then here's Castle Diminis Cray, or Diminis Crew. I don't know. What the frick do you call it? I mean, I know there were some areas unexplored. I'll probably try to get more of those coming in possibly the next, in the new round of revisits. I don't know. Because right now, I mean, right now the status of new Let's Plays are rather stagnant, and will be until a later date. Oh, what the frick? Okay, so we got... so we have, okay, so we have diary, files, cooking, and tips. Apparently some random tips I'll probably just read aloud. It don't take me, even as kind of like a little boring as they can be, I'm still gonna try to at least put a bit of an entertaining spin on them, because of course that's the thing that I like to do. Okay, look, use R to look around. You can adjust the camera settings in the options menu. Walk. Ah! These are just easy stuff. Never mind that. Maybe skip most of these. And I didn't even know that I could really do, like... Well, I think the things I definitely knew about crafting was, I think, the handgun ammo. And the medicine, but other than that... Okay, read Ethan's diary of events and information you gathered throughout the story. Turn the pages! Yes! And then save your game with the typewriters. Use shop, the ingredients. Okay. Cooking. I think I read these before, but let's go through these again because it's kind of hilarious to kind of put them through. Okay. Herbed fish. Flaky yet succulent baked herb and breaded fish. Can you season that? Enjoy this hearty meal to feel even more healthy. Ingredients. Fish times 3. Poultry times 2. Reward. Health slightly increases permanently. And that was something I didn't even think to put in mind. I just, figured, okay, just sell the crap to the Duke and let me take care of other shiz. Okay, new. Bird and beast pilaf. A hearty dish of poultry and meat cooked in rice and stocked into a solid meal. Enough to make your entire body feel more sturdy than before. Ingredients. Poultry times 4. Meat times 1. Reward. Damage taken when guarding decreases permanently. Okay. 3 flavored miteti. Delicious patties made from poultry, fish, and meat. You ground that shit together! How? A luxurious, yes, yet nourishing local dish. That is some hilariously ironic terms to use for the Duke when he is so fat he can qualify for my 600-pound life. I'm still keeping that point valid. Just one bite to make you feel invigorated. Okay, fish times 2, poultry times 2, and fish times 4, poultry times 2, and meat times 3. Reward health increases permanently. and tushitura dipoi, a savory stew made from the juicy meat of a rare bird found only in this region. Oh, also found in this region. Fabled to enhance one's vitality. Ingredients: poultry times 4, meat times 3, juicy game times 1. What the heck is juicy game? Reward: health greatly increases permanently. Okay, korba tipor, a flavor broth soup made with high quality meat from a creature found only in this region. Protein rich for turning boys into bastards. But no, y'all dead. Y'all okay? Like after after some of this reading stuff, you are going to find out that I found some very spicy tea coming from the characters in this game, and just I don't know. Some of these things I mentioned before, and then other things, I did quite the research sort of stuff. And oh boy, was I in for a treat. Damage taking, wind guards. Okay, ingredients. Fish times 1, poultry times 5, and quality meat times 1. Damage taken when guarding greatly decreases permanently. And salmale de peste, a superior cabbage roll stuffed with a rare fish only found in this region. So light, they make your body feel almost weightless. Jade. Ingredients: fish times 6, finest fish times 1. Reward: movement speed increases permanently. Okay, next thing is a file, which there's now a total of 32 files. I'm just flipping through these, just kind of, going through and be like, bruh. Okay, Goats Awarding Placard. We offer the Goats Awarding to protect the village and its people. Any who break them shall feel Mother Miranda's wrath. Dangerous creatures. Louisa, they broke in again and got more of the livestock. I don't think we'll make it through winter at this rate. Ernest is still missing too. We can't find him anywhere. Has Mother Miranda abandoned us? I don't know. Guest book, January 5th. Redneck. Delivery of 1 male, 3 females. January 28th. Mother Miranda. Meeting with Mistress Diminisque, whatever you call her. February 1st. The Duke. Business discussions. The Labyrinth. Neuschatten's Labyrinth. A craftsman of the late 19th century, Neuschatten. I can't pronounce shit! Was branded a heretic in his homeland. He wandered the land until he settled into a remote village, and then created 4 labyrinths: the castle, the house on the hill, the water wheel, and the iron tower. Upon their completion, he put a gun to his temple and took his own life. So he dead just committed suicide. Wow, that is morbid. Jeez Louise, yo! The labyrinth. Each labyrinth is unique and requires its own speciality. A specially crafted metal ball to operate. Each one contains crystallized human remains, which are said to be his favorite 4 beloved wives. The labyrinths are their graves. A Maid's Diary, June 9th, 1958. It was my first day working at the castle today. I was most shocked to see the other staff were all women. The mistress and her daughters were very adamant that they wouldn't bite. It was quite peculiar. That's a good joke. A Maid's Diary, June 23rd, 1958. It's been 2 weeks since I started working at the castle, and I'm a little afraid. Another maid, Adela, made a mistake, and Miss Daniela slashed her face with a knife. And that night I could hear wailing as a ghost roamed the halls. I want to go home. Sounds like the chiz that you'd be hearing off of what's his face? What's his face? I don't know. Knives Out or something? I don't know. Maybe that's just me. Another entry. July 8th, 1958. I don't know what to do. The young ladies were complaining it was too hot and stuffy during dinner, so I opened the windows just a crack. Shut it now. They all shrieked at me in unison. I fear me be taken down into the cellar, never to be seen of again. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. Treatment candidates. Irina. Mihaela. Lois. Ingrid. Rejects. Dandora. Greta. Nadine. Camilla. Camelia. Bianca. Melina. Astrid. Luia. Rosalinda. Lena. Stefana. Gabriella. Observation report. Irina. Robust appetite. Mihaela. Robust appetite. Lois. Robust appetite. Ingrid. Unstable. Overly alert at times. A cook's diary. Another one was sent to the cellar. She had only spilled some soup. Everyone knows what happens when you're sent to the cellar. You're never seen again. They drained your blood, your soul cursed to wander the halls. I've been looking for her, and when I found her, she was just skin and bones and gnawing on a rat carcass. I suspect it'll be my turn next. Okay, Alcina's diary. We were all called by Mother Miranda to decide the fate of the child's father. Just thinking of that family meeting makes me shudder. To think I am treated like a sister to those miscreants. Especially Heisenberg! I remember when Alcina and Carl were literally at each other's throats, and then the other two were just basically there with surprised Pikachu faces and a little bit confused. That riffraff wouldn't know proper manners if they slapped him in the face. I would have sliced him to ribbons if Mother hadn't stopped me. That's a perfect sign of a fantastically put together family union. Congrats! Family reunions! Woo! I know, and not to mention that in this whole little group of, you know, where you have mostly women in there, and Carl Heisenberg is the only dude standing in there. Like, yo, that's hilarious. Although that's not the first time I hear this kind of shit's happen in media where you know, in any kind of media, whatever, and you know, you have this one dude in a group of mostly women. I mean, hello, take the Denali Coven from Twilight, where the only male in that coven happened to be the mate of one of the girls. And no, it was not the sisters. It was that other girl. Her name was Carmen. And I actually wrote a fan fiction, a Thomas the Tank Engine fan fiction, to where there was like 4 new engines that came along, and yeah, most of them were ladies except for one dude. And the dude was actually one of the girls' twins. Wild. Jeez, but Heisenberg getting the brunt of the crud. Okay, then there's her diary again. Why? Why did she treat me the same as them? She gave me this castle, obedient daughters, everlasting life. Did she not? Am I not her favorite? Am I not special? I need a drink! They need one! They need one! Okay, Grand Chambermaid's notice. Please be aware, the mistress's lipstick is missing. If anyone finds they could please return it to her bathroom. It is a custom made and therefore very expensive. Grand Chambermaid. Chambermaid. Further observations. One day since their treatment, the 3 girls have stopped moving. They seemed almost dead. An insect flew out of the eldest's mouth. It appears to be a common fly. Further observations. 2 days since treatment. All 3 bodies are covered in flies. It appears the flies are consuming their flesh. When I open a window, some of the flies drop dead to the floor. It would seem the cold petrifies them. I quickly close the window to avoid weakening the insects further. Further observations again. 4 days since treatment. All 3 bodies have almost been completely consumed by the insects. All that is left is a dark, writhing, human-shaped mass of creatures. It's just afternoon and the insects have started to change color. Those around the face turned pale and those around the lips turned a deep crimson. 6 days since treatment. The mass of insects have transformed into human bodies again. All 3 girls awoke, looking at me like newborns. I sense a bond between us like mother and daughters. I've already decided their names. Bella, Daniela, and Cassandra. And boy, the Resident Evil Village stuff as vines are everywhere. Rumors of a dagger. I heard there was something called the Dagger of Death Flowers somewhere in this castle. It's apparently an antique from the Middle Ages that's coated in a concoction of poisons from across the continent. It is said to have been crafted to kill demons and monsters. It sounds fascinating, but no one knows where it is. I know, it's up your own butt. Craftsman's note. I finished that item that was requested. Please deliver it to the house with the red chimney. Go through the caves to the ruins and then down into the village. Leonardo's message. I heard a scream from the house with the chimney. I was going to take a look, but the way was blocked by debris. Going to have to take the long way around. Who would have thought the hole in the stable walls would come in handy? If I'm not back by morning, you should go to Louisa's house alone. Father. And then again, as of Ethan, I mean, you'd expect Ethan to just be going with somebody. No, he's been alone this whole game. I mean, that whole sort of stuff, that whole madness and all this stuff, I'll go over that in a little bit, okay? I'll go over that once I finish reading all the stuff. Note of the Luthier's house. To whom it may concern. Due to the Luthier's long absence, I am keeping a hold of his housekeep. Please find me if you need it. Regards, Joseph Simon, Beneviento's gardener. Eugene's diary, February 1st. Sacrificed 2 goats to Mother Miranda. Eugene's diary, February 3rd. Offered wool to Mother Miranda. She instructed I find her a list of drugs and tools in the next few days. What for, I wonder? February 8th. No messages from Mother Miranda. Yet the livestock won't stop their ruckus. February 9th. I was instructed to take the items to the cave church at sunrise, but what I saw was frightful. The great 4 lords were there, and Mother Miranda was holding a child. She whispered something and touched the child. I can't explain it well, but the child turned into a white crystal. Then I couldn't speak, but speak up and ask her. And I asked her why she did such a thing. Mother Miranda just smiled at me. This is the chosen child. She will return to her original form no matter what befalls her. Then she gave each lord a part of the crystal in a flask, and they left. Oh, you guys remember when Ethan found that flask in that castle? And when basically, while the Duke didn't outright say it, he basically just laid it out for him, saying, dude, just look at the flask. And Ethan basically nearly crapped his pants, like he nearly pissed himself and dropped the flask. I can't get over Ethan just dropping a flask. But yeah, he dang well near pissed himself when he found that out, and yeah. I mean, we're hearing that. That's a wild tale. I know. I forgot to bow to Mother Miranda before I fled. I'm still shaking. What did she do? What is that child? Church computer. Operation date. February 9th, 2021. Recorded by NH. 11:35. Arrived at site. No sign of EW or RW. Oh, because they're, Oh, yeah, because it's abbreviations for Ethan Winters and Rose Winters. Okay, 1210, infiltrated village, engaged with number of bioweapons, found evidence of Ethan Winters, Rose Winter's location unknown. 1310, established base in a church. Plan of operation. LBTD K9 Search Laboratory. NHUE UE analyze mold samples, and Alpha infiltrate factory. Vassal's final testament. The wounds are severe. I won't last much longer. I can hear it shuffling from about outside. It barely flinched when I shot it. I felt like it was toying with me. That isn't a wolf. Still, I won't lie down like a dog. If I can get to the old watermill, I can stop it. I can protect you. It's so close. Dang, I'm so cold. My legs won't work. Ah, my legs! I'm sorry, Louisa. Please forgive me. The reservoir and giant fish. Leave the boat key in the shack in the mine. Hans is dead, so no more fishing for a while. I mean, we all know his death was no accident. He was eaten by a giant fish, boat and all. Changing the crank. This crank is old and busted up. Feels like it's going to snap any second. I hope it doesn't break. The only other boat we have over is at the windmill too. Oops. Moreau's diary. October 1st, a sunny day. Mother Miranda bought me 5 peoples from the village, just like I asked. I was just gonna say, boy, do you need some particular sense of spelling lessons, but I'm gonna let this one slide. I made them sleep with some liquid, and then I put caddo in their tummies. I'm looking forward to the caddo to grow into their tummies. October 8th, a cloudy day. 4 of the people from the village are dead this morning. One is almost a lichen. I sent it to my lab on the mountain. I failed again. Mother wants strong vessels, but I cannot get any. I will need more people from the village. Mother Miranda gave me a rose jar. No one likes me, which is why I thought they would leave me out again. But Heisenberg said the way why we each get a rose, a ceremony cannot happen without us all there. Mother didn't seem to care, though. Mother said Rose is a vessel. With a vessel, Mother can get her real child back, even though she has been dead for a very long time. Okay, Rose may be dumb and idiotic and dumb, but at least he seems to be smart enough. I can credit that he's actually smart enough to see what the fridge is going on, because there's some wild stuff happening. But if Mother does, then what will happen to me? I'm not her real child. Would she abandon me? No, I don't want this. And then, no, a bunch of times. Officer's diary. The king's orders have finally arrived. Withdraw. It is mostly vexing that we must abandon the border stronghold to these heretics. If I had but a little more time, I know I might be able to turn the tides of this battle. Nah, I should not put on airs. If it is my curiosity that ties me to this place. Clown. There are a number of ruins in this vicinity, which the locals say are very ancient. The ceremony site with 4 giant statues, the caves with murals carved in the walls, the stone plinth they call the giant's chalice. Where did the people who built them come from? Where did they go? It irks me that we must abandon this place without knowing. Okay, mechanical soldier, sold at. This is a development note. Version 1.00. Fully grown male corpse used. Removed heart and implanted caddo. Muscle stimulation via electric shock was successful. Brain dead, so no high cognitive ability. Only moves by destructive instinct, then stops. Mechanical soldier, sold at. And the new version. Version 1.01. Detached headgear to the cranium. Electrodes confirm stable brainwaves. Experiment 1, lichen fight, was dismantled and eaten within 3 minutes. Issues with destructive and murderous capabilities. Development note, okay? Mechanical soldier sold at version 1.10. Replace lower part of the arm with a drill. Not enough output for effective movement. Need live bodies, perhaps? Jesus, Heisenberg, go choke on a pogo stick, man. Mechanical soldier sold at version 1.1.5. Planting caddo reactor into the chest. Output greatly increased. Experiment 2 Lichen Fight. Destroy 3 lichens in 1 minute. Good results, but issues with reactor durability. May stop functioning if the reactor is destroyed. Soldat Enhancement. Soldat Jet. Attach the jetpack and head stabilizers to a Soldat. Greatly improves mobility. Experiments prove with limited flight capabilities. No long distance flight, but now possible to navigate rugged terrain. Okay. Soldat Enhancement. Soldat Panzer. Attached to aluminum alloy shield to a Soldat to protect chest reactor and exposed flesh. Experimentation proves he is invincible against regular firearms. Armor doesn't hold up against strong blasts. Further development needed. Heisenberg's Diary. Miranda is abominable. Her deceit knows no bounds. And I say, what the fridge, Ben? Okay, we're merely a bunch of failed Cadu experiments to her. I was just lucky it had more infinity to the stuff than the other poor schmucks in the village. So she still calls me her son. What a joke. I'll never forgive her for what she did to me. That crazy that crazy witch has never been right in the head. She can't see a difference between an experiment and family. Miranda didn't just change my body. She took my dignity. If I didn't kill her, then my life would never be my own. Still, she may be crazy, but she's also powerful. She could turn into anyone using a mega macete. Wow. The trick is that Brat Rose, if I could access her power, then maybe... Speaking of the kid's dad, Ethan, has a pretty interesting body himself. Someone horny! Ew! That just sounds wrong! Oh my god! And then after... and after seeing pictures of shirtless Ethan, oh my god, the context, without context, it sounds that wrong! I'll go over that in a little bit. I'll go over that shortly. Okay, maybe I could get him to help me out. Okay, but seriously, like, and then some of the things I will go on. I'll go on shortly, okay? So, okay. Let's see his medical report. Subject name, Alcina Diminiscre. Calcium affinity, most favorable. Brain functions, normal. Regeneration rate is incredibly fast. The subject can heal any external wounds within seconds and grow her nails into claws in mere moments. Rapid regeneration also means an increased body size. No, due to hereditary blood disease, the subject must ingest human flesh and blood on a regular basis to maintain regeneration properties. That sounds like a vampire to me. I suspect that if the subject's regeneration is not properly balanced, then she may mutate uncontrollably, an unfit vessel for Eva. Okay, Donna's medical report. Subject's names, Donna Beneviento. Cowdo affinity, favorable. Okay, brain function, normal, although severe mental illness. Physically, she is no different from a regular human. However, she can secrete a signal-producing substance which controls plants infected by the mutamacete. I can't pronounce crap. When humans absorb the pollen from a particular flower, she can cause them to have hallucinations. And that was why Ethan was hallucinating Mia, and then the baby, and oh my god, it was a hot mess. Like, woo, that was a doozy. Like, no, seriously, the whole thing at the Beneviento's place was a doozy. When humans absorb however, she is mentally underdeveloped and has divided her caddy with monster dolls in order to control them from a distance, an unfit vessel for Eva. Okay, Moreau's medical report. Subject name, Salvador Moreau, or Moreau. Caddo infinity, low. Brain function, surprisingly low. Okay, the caddo is drastic changes to the internal organs, transforming them into organs similar to a fish-like gills and a swim bladder. Another subject with irregular cell division causing him to transform into a giant fish. The subject is unable to control this transformation. Too many defects and unfit vessel for Eva, including when he barks a bunch, and it's hilarious to watch. And then Heisenberg's medical report. Okay. Subject name, Carl Heisenberg. Cat to infinity. Incredibly favorable brain functions. Normal. Has the electric organs similar to the electric ray. Narc japonica. These electric organs are connected to the subject's nervous system. Can it therefore pass and control electricity throughout the entire body and allowing control of the magnetic field which is used to move metal. AKA, he has telekinesis. He has telekinesis. With electricity! Splendid specimen, but still an unfit vessel for Eva. Alright, Spencer's letter. Spencer's letter. Dear Miranda, my deepest apologies for not meeting you in person. I would love nothing more than to visit your quaint village once more. However, I am incredibly busy. Then again, I suppose for an immortal woman such as yourself, you no longer remember this poor half-dead medical student in the snow. Something weird's going on. I've always cherished the revelations I came to 15 years ago when I stayed in your village. I was inspired by your research to think one could transform a human life by infecting them with an organism. Positively visionary. I knew that with the knowledge I could achieve my own vision for the next step in the human evolution. Even after 2 world wars and humanity on the cusp of another, my conviction never wavered. Well, I guess he isn't wrong about the whole, and on the cusp of another, because, woo, child, I don't even know what the heck's going on with this anymore. I realized, however, throughout the many nights of intellectual talks you and I shared that your conviction differed from mine. You hope to bring back a single dead person while I aim to change the world. Your experiments on the mold would not have aided me in my endeavor to achieve an exponential infection. I thought a virus would be more effective. That is why, my dear, I had to leave you. I still regret never telling you goodbye. My apologies for reminiscing. I actually have news. I thought I might please you. I have found the key to evolution, the progenitor of virus found in Africa. I plan to start a company with friends and colleagues dedicated to the virus research. I will call it Umbrella. Just like the symbol on the cave that we spoke about. I am one step closer to making my vision a reality. I hope you will be able to achieve your goals someday too. You taught me so much, and for that I will forever be in your debt. Sincerely, your lifelong student, Oswald E. Spencer. Okay, my Eva. Miranda's diary. My Eva. It's been 100 years since I lost you to the Spanish flu. I was so powerless back then. But now I can bring you back to life with the Mega Mustache. I had to test your new vessel's regenerative abilities. I took her apart and revived her, and this regulated the giant's chalice. All that is left is to merge her with that. The ceremony could finally begin. After I lost you, I was so stricken with grief that I wandered into the cave to die. I still wanted to be with you again. That was when I found it. That, completed by accident. When I touched that black substance in my mind was overcome with knowledge. That breaks down and absorbs the consciousness of those who have perished. I knew that if your consciousness was in there too, then there would be a way to bring you back. I just need the right vessel. When I returned to the village, I implanted villagers with the mold from that. The way I could control them, experiment on them. I have experimented on hundreds of people just to find you the perfect vessel. I even tried to increase the efficiency for finding a vessel by creating a parasite I called Cadu. Yet none of my experiments came to fruition. There was some, like Alcina, who were close to being perfect, but most turned into lichens. I was once approached by an organization who said they would assist me. I gave them some of the molds and your DNA. But all they created was another defect, Evelyn. Then again, not a complete failure. I learned of Rose thanks to them, but I knew she would be the perfect vessel. There was some interference, but I was able to verify her suitability. Now my research is finally complete. Eva, I have waited too long to see you again. And oh boy, are we in for a hot mess. Because, okay, with the whole Miranda experimenting on people, yo, I don't know what to tell you guys, but this is wreaking the exact same energy. No, really, like, this is wreaking the exact same energy to that of, that company that Kevin Clamley from Killing Floor did. Yeah, in the game Killing Floor, where he would experiment, where he would then do these experiments, cloning experiments, that went horribly wrong, and they're kind of like zombies, sort of thing. You know, where there was a clot, there was the gore fast, there was a scrape, there was a flesh pound, there was husk, that kind of insanity. This is exactly what this is sounding like, and the thought is making me want to, what? I don't even know, yo. Yo, I can't even. Okay, and now we have Ethan's diary, which I know there's like 10 entries. I'm surprised there aren't more than that, but what the heck, whatever. I don't even know, just wildness. Okay, February 9th, dawn, some forest. It should have been a night like any other. Until you almost had a fight with until you almost had a fight with Mia. No, seriously, like you were almost gonna have a fight with her, and then this particular thing happened. And then Chris Redfield came in and destroyed our family. He took Rose away, shot Mia right in front of me. I was knocked out, and now I'm in some forest in the middle of nowhere. What the hell is going on? That's a good question. February 9th, early morning, village square. I found the village just outside the forest, but some of the villagers were attacked and dragged off by some kind of beast. I managed to survive those creatures, and an old woman told me Rose is here somewhere. I need to find her before those monsters get to her too. I know, it's like it's wild. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. And also, I didn't even realize, but they were actually, I think, somewhere in Europe. And also, funny thing is that I apparently found out that Mia is a Texas woman. And then, of course, I think Ethan was in California, although people think, although he probably has the mannerisms of a Midwestern, of a Midwestern dude, but yeah, he's from California, but I think he was working in California and that sort of stuff, but Mia, given the mess that's been happening in Texas, maybe it's a good thing you left Texas and skedaddled for someone else. Although, come on. I still think there's so many weird things, little red flags going on in that relationship. And, well, I have not played Biohazard. I mean, then again, back in the very first episode of this Let's Play, I did do a little preview thing where it kind of like a previously on whatever. So as in previously in what I don't know, is this whole like thing gonna be like a trilogy type? Like the first two, of course, is, you know, focusing on the father. I don't know. I don't even know. Whatever. Okay, February 9th, morning, Louisa's house. I found survivors huddled together at Louisa's house. I think she's the bigwig here. But then one of them turned out to be one of those creatures. He slaughtered everyone there. I get it. These monsters are the villagers, and this village is their den. I now know two things. That I'm the only one left, and that Rose might be in the castle, so that's where I'm going next. February 9th, morning, mine. I was on my way to the castle when I was captured by a group of 5 twisted freaks. Heisenberg, a hammer-wielding Demonstral is the tallest woman I've ever seen. Well, given that Ethan is too polite to mention her boobs, although can't say I'm gonna. Donna has some kind of creepy doll. Has a doll fetish. Maru is some nasty pus-spewing thing. He just pukes all the time. And then last of all, their mother, Miranda. They can control these creatures too. Who? What are these people? Clown has. February 9th. morning in front of the castle. Some merchant calls himself the Duke appears out of the horse-drawn caravan. He seems to know what's happening here. I don't trust him, but I don't have time for that. I need to search this castle for Rose, or at least some clues. February 9th, morning, castle chambers. This castle looks like something straight out of a gothic horror movie, complete with giant noblewomen and her 3 witch daughters. But when they caught me while I was looking for Rose and strung me up, I had to bite the bullet in order to get loose. Heart like hail, too. Oh! February 9th, morning, castle courtyard. I can't find Rose anywhere in this dang castle. Perhaps she was never here to begin with? Or maybe she's being kept somewhere else. Either way, there's no reason for me to stick around. Now I just have to escape. February 9th, noon, Tower of Worship. That woman D turned into a monster, but I was able to kill her and escape. I found this strange flask. She said, "You'll never see your Rose again." Why can't they get that out of my mind? Why can't I can't get that out of my head. Wow! Words, what are they? February 9th, noon, altar. Rose's body is in these flasks? Who the frick would do such a thing? My brain can't keep up with everything. That's happening right now. Boy, Ethan needs a... Someone give him a Snickers. The Duke did say there was a way to save her. It's hard to believe him, but the only thing I could do is ask the man that lives in the house with the red chimney. February 9th, afternoon, altar. So Rose was divided into 4 flats, given to the 4 lords. The D's, Donna, Maru, and Heisenberg. I can save Rose if I can get all 4 of those. I still don't trust this Duke, but he was right about one thing. Time to get my daughter back. February 9th, afternoon, Mountain Garden. I saw Mia in the fog. What is she doing here? No, she's gone. I have to accept that. But I guess a part of me still can't. Well, you have no idea, man. February 9th, afternoon, House Beneviento. Those waking nightmares I was having in the house was all the work of Donna. But I have to admit, I am still worried about the thing that Mia wouldn't tell me before, and now I'll never know what it was. And this is why I still find their relationship very weird. The only thing sane about it is Rose. And now I'll never... Okay, only 2 flats left. I swear I'll at least save Rose. Okay, February 9th, afternoon, caves. I finally got a hold of the 3rd flask, but the exit was blocked by that a-hole, Maru. I need to find another way out. There's something else nagging me, though. He said something about Miranda, wanting her baby back. I have a feeling he wasn't talking about Rose. February 9th, afternoon, lake. I ran into Chris and his goons in a shack by the lake. They seemed to be researching something. What were they up to? I had so many questions, but then that giant fish turns out was Maru, attacked. I need to get out of here. But he said the exit was underwater. February 9th, afternoon, Maru's hut. Maru's belly up, and I'm almost out of the lake. Then who shows up at the last of the child? Heisenberg. Not in person, of course, though through a dusty old TV. He told me the last flask is in some stronghold. I'm not going to let him have his way, but I don't have many other options right now. This better not be a trick. February 9th, evening, stronghold. I finally have all 4 flasks, but Heisenberg said I needed to do one more thing to heal her. Take all the flasks to the altar. Will this really heal her? Can I trust Heisenberg? February 9th, evening, edge of the bridge. I put the 4 flasks in the giant chalice and then moved into the ceremony site, where the ground gave way and a stone bridge appeared. There's some kind of garage or warehouse on the other side. Heisenberg's place, I presume? I don't want to be apart from Rose, but there's only one thing left to do. Wait for me, my dear. February 9th, evening, factory underground. Heisenberg asked me to help him, but he just wants to use Rose against Miranda. Miranda, Heisenberg, they're all the same, fighting over Rose's power. Something that's no match for any of them. Crazy, I mean Rose's. She's just a baby. I just need to get need to get to the surface so I can save her. February 9th, evening, scrap heap. It's hard to believe what Chris has just told me. He didn't shoot Mia, but Miranda. She could change her appearance and pretended to be a Mia. She wants Rose for some experiment with that freaking mold, and Chris is trying to stop her. I feel like I've just been thrown into a nightmare from Louisiana all over again. Louisiana. Oh no. Oh. Oh boy. But yeah, that's where it happened. That's what I'm saying. That was not really Mia. Although I have questions. How in the heck did Mia and Ethan, how do they have Rose? It's not just it's not so much you know, with Mia's end, where you know. But then when we find out the story, when this that let me just read the last entry and then I'll tell you exactly what I'm talking about. I know two things. The first is Miranda's real goal. She wants to bring her dead daughter, who's stored in that thing, back to life using Rose as a vessel. The second is the secret Mia was hiding from me, that I died in the Baker house 3 years ago. I'm just a walking corpse full of mold, and this body's almost spent. But don't worry, Rose. I swear I'll save you. I know Ethan is like 10 out of 10 dad material. Like he and Kratos from God of War and Mando from The Mandalorian. They would have a fantastic dad's night out. But yeah. But it's like Ethan was actually murdered at the in the Baker's house. And then he's mold. Seriously, how did Ethan as a mold and then Mia as just a regular human? How did Rose how? Okay, yes, yes, to this day, we're also questioning on how in the world did Donkey and Dragon end up from Shrek you know, having these little babies, and then also people questioning about how the heck did Edward and Bella have Renesmee when Eddie had no sperm or any of that shit. Yeah, I know. Those are the main things people still question to this day. But this is exactly what I'm questioning. How did Ethan as a mold was still able to, you know, have Mia produce a freaking baby? How? Help! Help out here! Help! How long has this been going for? Shoot. Oh, don't tell me this has been going on for nearly an hour. Because if that's the case, this is going faster than I intended. Because, but that, I'm still questioning. Just seriously, like how? How? Ew! And, yeah. And the secret that Mia was hiding from Ethan. Seriously. Why couldn't she just tell him right from the get-go? Like, girl, Mia, what the heck, girl? Like, girl, no. Why, Mia? Why? Like, I mean, of course, you could have told him from the beginning or something, like, right when that whole thing happened. I mean, sure, he would be a little bit like, he probably would have been a little baffled and all this stuff, but at least you would have saved a lot of the trouble and all this stuff. But no! She had to just, you know, drag everything out, and then this is what happened. And it's like, Mia, what the fridge just got on with you? Mia, I don't even know what's wrong with you, but girl, you are wilding to the core. Like, please, dear God, Just freaking God help you. Like, girl, I have no idea what is going on. Seriously. Like, I know y'all ain't clowning around here. Like, this is some clown behavior that Mia committed. And then Ethan finds out in a freaking dream type thing. I don't know. There's just so much to unpack here. And I did just do a brief mention earlier when I saw, when I don't know why, but I was just started just looking up Ethan Winters on Google Images, and one of the things that popped up is shirtless Ethan. Yeah, I'll show you. And it was freaking, what? It was one of the weirdest things that ever came up to me. Like, hey, yo, what is going on? Man, just a regular dude. I can't with him. And then it doesn't even help that still his face reveal is still sending me to this day. Like, oh my God. I'm still convinced, though, that the only sanest person in the family is Rose. And she's just a baby. An infant baby. Seriously. Oh boy. So that was so that's just about everything. To just, kind of go over. This wasn't as long of a intermission as other intermission episodes in other Let's Plays have been. But, I mean, just want to do a brief overview before we go right into the actual finale, which is getting Mother Miranda and clocking her once and for all, getting Rose back, and yep, we all get to live happily ever after, where Ethan can just... where Ethan can live happily ever after, and with Mia and Rose, and they could just... and be like, okay, skedaddle out of Europe, I'm going back to the United States. And Ethan then, okay, since the whole mold thing, yeah, I think maybe at some point, maybe Ethan was questioning when he was able to heal himself, especially in those increments where he got like his hand chopped off or something, and then he kind of placed his hand back together to his arm as if it were a Lego piece, and everybody always laughs at that. Like, that's probably one of the funniest things I've ever seen. Like that. Like, and that always still sends me. And also, I'm pretty sure somebody did make a joke that when you need to go to the hospital in the States, yeah, I mean, I hate how accurate that is. Like, when you need to go to the hospital in the United States, it's rough here, guys. It's rough here in the U.S. And, yeah. And, I don't even know. But yeah, finding out that Ethan was mold the whole time, and then Mia in the beginning scene was not actually Mia. No wonder why she decided to get all super in the culture, super in the culture, and then reading that scary-ass story to Rose, to literally infant Rose. Because it wasn't really her. It was Mother Miranda. And now Chris didn't kill Mia, but was attempting to kill Mother Miranda with a bullet. Or with a couple of bullets to the shoulder, with one bullet to the shoulder, and a couple more bullets, but to the chest. Yo, that is the wildest thing I've ever heard about. Like, yo, that is wild. Also, yes, this episode has gone on for an hour, and this is longer than I initially thought, but, I mean, still not as long of an intermission as other intermissions, because usually the other intermissions would probably be at least about, an hour and a half, but I don't anticipate it to be that long, because it's just an overview, just a little overview. nothing too crazy. Or nothing like that. But, anyways, I hope you guys, yeah. And, yeah, all that tea that I found out, like, with Charlotte's Ethan Winters, I'm still cackling over that eternally because it's hilarious. And then the whole mole thing, that was wild. Also, oh, not just with the Mother Miranda insanity, but yo, the Heisenberg. Okay, well, first the Strom, that was that guy with the propellers and that sort of stuff, who kept chasing me around and weaseling through. Yeah, that was wild. But then Heisenberg's. Okay, I was not expecting Heisenberg's. I wasn't expecting for that to happen with Heisenberg's battle or his boss fight, and I totally was not expecting him to just be that big. Although, yes, even before then, even I think it was the stuff before that, where I know people were arguing about the, oh my god, Ethan basically declining Heisenberg's offer to join him, or to take Heisenberg's hand into, you know, I know people were complaining, saying, oh my god, Ethan was so dumb for that. Well, at the end of, I get where they're coming from, but at the same time, Ethan's goal at the end of the day has always been Rose. It's always been Rose. He will seek her out. But when Heisenberg decided to let slip that he wants to use Rose as a weapon, was Ethan going to let that slide? No, boo-boo. And he basically was not having it. He was not going to have it, and he would definitely clock that dude. He would definitely clock Heisenberg. So there you go. So I mean, yes, I do understand where I do understand where some of y'all could be coming from as far as with Ethan's decision to just, you know, basically turn down Heisenberg like that. But at the end of the day, his ultimate goal is Rose. It has always been Rose, and will continue to be Rose. That's just no questions asked. And then maybe Mother Miranda. And then Ethan, F you crazy witch! Ethan, a man of one-liners, don't we love it? And then that was a whole, like, it was just hilarious. But then, oh boy, it was a mere like, what the frick just happened? When we just saw Mother Miranda basically pull Ethan's heart out of his chest like that. And it was just like, and then she like squeezed it, trying to drink the blood. It's like, ew! What the heck? That's nasty! But also it was like, what? I mean, literally, at that moment, I thought, oh no! Did she just kill him? Did she just murder him off the bat? I mean, seriously, like, I'm like, oh my god, like, yo, what? And then we get to play as Chris Redfield, who, you know, going through a couple things and all this stuff, and yeah, that was pretty wild. And now we're back here playing as Ethan, getting him, you know, just getting him stocked up for the finale battle against against Mother Miranda, because it's going to be a doozy. Yeah, and also before then, that was when we found out the truth about Mother Miranda, oh yeah, and then we learned about the truth about Mother Miranda and all this stuff, and then how the Four Lords were created, which, by the way, yeah, it literally sounds like Resident Evil's version of Killing Floor, where, you know, you have somebody who's doing some experiments on people, and it extremely messed up, and I mean, and yeah, Heisenberg is definitely the one person who hates it, who hates having been transformed the way he does. I mean, literally, I mean, it's not just like, you know, killing Flora with the cloning thing, but I think at one point when they were creating, when they were creating the bloats, they actually used living obese men for that, unlike just clones, other than just, and not just using clones for the other dudes, but they used the bloats for the bloats. So pretty much reminiscent of that. Extremely messed up. Mother Miranda is definitely one messed up son of a clown. I'm not exaggerating when I say that. I mean, my girl is wild and she is off her head, and oh my god, just girl, there's so much messed up stuff going on. But anyway, oh boy, just that last episode was a major doozy, and I can only imagine that this last one, the finale, is going to be even crazier. So, I'll also just, you know, kind of make sure I'm well stacked enough before I go on ahead and go in to the battle, you know, with all these arms and all this stuff. Anyway, so hope you guys enjoyed all of the discussions going on. All of this stuff as the Duke sits there smoking and looking like he's from a 600-pound life. And yeah, as the whole village is right now probably beginning to fall apart and all this stuff. And that sort of stuff. Ethan is near pissing himself. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys! As I show you guys, the Duke was just sitting there, he's content with himself. And he needs a bigger shirt. Badly.